Okay, I'm going to do a zoomed-in screen recording of the UFO video I got this morning, October 21st. Recorded it on my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Today's October 21st. I would go into, well, first of all, October 21st. Recorded this morning. And then I go to my Photos app right here. And, let me delete that, first of all. I don't need to show that. Here, exit out of there. Here. Okay, so now go to my Photos app. Like so. Okay, I took some screenshots of something else I'll get into on the video, about the video. But first of all, let me zoom in on it. Oh, first of all, the sound.
Got it. You see it?
Right there.
Just started seeing it going up. It looked lower.
Okay, cut the sound. Okay, so that was today, 06:55. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so flip the screen here. Now, first of all, I'm going to, for the first part here, I'm just going to show it. It looked like there was at least one go fast. There was a few go fasts. I still need to watch the whole video for myself. I still haven't even actually watched the whole video. I should have did that first before I did this. Because it looked like there were a few go fasts. But probably nothing I would cut into a separate video. Okay, see that thing at the very bottom that you see hanging with it? It keeps like blinking in and out. Here, well, oops. First of all, I will here, go back and zoom in on it this time. First of all, okay, it's 11 minutes and 27 seconds. That's the original footage. Yeah, I got the sound cut. See here, you hear it, so you know it's the same video. Got it.
You see it?
You see it? Okay, there it goes. Cut the sound. Okay. Now I'm going to try to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in on it here. Here, if I can, without messing it up again. Right there. Okay, here we go. So, you see that thing that kind of hangs with it. I took several screenshots. I tried my best to zoom in on that. I've got other videos, but there is nothing visible, at least not to the not even when I zoom in on it with my really good iPhone 16 Pro Max camera. You still can't see anything connecting these two objects. And sometimes that thing disappears. And that it doesn't matter if it's cloudy or not. That thing kind of fades in and out. And the clouds, there weren't any clouds out there this morning, were there? Not many. Well, yeah, there was some, but right there when it first here, let me go back to the beginning. You can see it for yourself. It's on video. See? Yeah, very minimal scattered clouds. But even, I go to all my other videos. I got them posted on YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can zoom in on it for yourself. I don't need to go through every single video. Go to my June 17th video and my April 17th videos particularly, and there's several others I could point out where you see all the go-fast objects, particularly those little white sparkling things that look just like the sphere, same shape, same color a lot of the times, particularly on the June 17th video. You see them flying by below it. What are those things? Okay, so it's not a balloon, but that little thing you see that kind of hangs below it, though, kind of, I could see why someone might think it could be. Because if you look up what a picture of an actual weather balloon looks like. But first of all, another thing I'm going to do too, I'm going to go to them. I'm going to, just like when I saw that first UFO on the beach, I made that map of the area. I'm going to do the same thing, except I don't need to print a big map. I just need to, in fact, I could do that right here at home. Just go to the application, and it's exactly due east from where I'm standing, exactly on a 90-degree azimuth. I'm going to pinpoint exactly between 2 to 5 to 10 kilometers. Maybe somebody's calling here. Here, you want to take this call?
Who is it?
I'm kind of right in the middle of something. Oh, yes?
Hello.
Yep.
แล้วตอนนี้เดี๋ยวคุยกันระหว่างวันนาค่ะ
ว่าไงคะ
น้ำหวานตอนนี้ปาร์ตี้เขากำลังผ่าตัดอยู่หมากำลังผ่าตัดอยู่
it's a day operation to dog right now
Okay.
โอเคแล้วว่าไง
เขากำลังผ่าตัดอยู่ทีนี้มันต้องใช้เงินเยอะเล็กต้องใช้เงินอีก5,000เพราะว่าถ้าไม่ผ่าเขาก็ตาย
she say
Okay, so I'll just, I had to cut the video there. I had a phone call. So anyway, what I'm going to do here, go to my Photos app. Here, with you. Well, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get a map. I'm going to go on the computer and print a map. Or I was thinking of the beach map I did because only reason why I did the beach map is because the UFO on the first beach UFO I got on video on Jomtien Beach. Well, it covered, I mean, like between some of those islands, like in some area, like between when it started out between Koh Lin and Cram Yai Island, that was like 8 kilometers alone, just between those two islands alone. And plus all the way across Cram Yai, that's like another more than 4 kilometers, so that's like, 10 miles each, 10 miles each way, like 20 miles. It did just that was just the first part. And then between Koh Lin and there's 2 islands out there, Koh Man Baden and Koh Lung. And then from there to Gat Lan and across Gat Lan is, that's just across that island alone. I mapped all that out, that whole area, because that UFO covers between all those islands on the video. And I had to show you the distance that you see it covered on the video. But in this case, I just want to get closer to the UFO. So in the morning, I want to try to find a way to get closer to it and get a closer shot of this dawn orb. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do is I'm going to print a map. I'm gonna do it just like I did the beach map, except it'll be our home area. I don't really need to print a big map. I just need to. In fact, I could do it right here at home myself. I need to pinpoint the exact location where I'm standing, and then pinpoint a 90-degree azimuth, exactly 90 degrees from where I'm standing, 2 to 5 to 10 kilometers out, exact straight line distance. And then go visit some of those, and then look at the map, do a map recon, and go visit some of those locations in area. If there's an area where I can, I know there's a park out there. Maybe that might be a good spot if it's on. I think that park is due east of here too, 90 degrees. Yeah. So maybe we can get a car over there one of these mornings. And that park. In fact, yeah, that park out there, that should be on the exact straight line distance. Well, I don't know. I'll check the map, but I'm going to look for areas like that where we can go and see if we can get a closer look at it, or get underneath it or something. But that's going to be difficult because it's I can't pinpoint the exact location where it's appearing over. So I guess I could try. So I could get the map, and I could try something. I could try the azimuth, on exactly 90 degrees due east, and then pinpoint that. Let me double check that. Yeah, it was. I just mapped. I went out there and reconned it today. Yeah, east is 90 degrees. Yep, 90 degrees azimuth. Yep. So I pinpointed that today. In fact, go back to my Photos app. So I'm still on the video. So yeah, okay. Is that the same? Oh, here. Let me go back to the beginning, flip it. Okay, so Photos app. And now, this time I'll zoom in on it a little better. Okay, see. But look where it starts. Hang on. First of all, back up. Look at where it starts. Is my zoomed out all the way? Look at how far out it starts. Man, I'm making this video too long, I think. Way too long. See how far out it starts? And look at the altitude. Look at the altitude it started out at. And then it's ascending. And also, it's going against the wind. I looked it up online. According to what I looked up online, these military weather balloons do not go against the wind. Yeah. And the wind was definitely blowing for this morning from west to east. And the object is moving from east to west. So definitely against the wind. No doubt about it. See how far out that is here? Back that up one more time. It's definitely against the wind. There's no doubt. See? It was out there. Here, now I'll just go ahead and zoom in on it without messing it up. Here. Oh, here we go. Okay. See, right there, I took several screenshots and zoomed in on it the best I could with this really good camera I have, and you still cannot see anything connecting these two things. Like if it were a balloon, and this thing here, it keeps fading in and out. That's it. That's the little thing that it keeps. Sometimes you don't see it at all. Oop, where'd it go? In fact, see, I was zoomed in on it, but it looked like it just. Oh yeah. Okay. No, that part. That's the part where it got blocked by the banana leaf. I'm sorry. Back up. Here, try that again if I can. Let's see. First of all, here, zoom in on this thing. I have before on this thing. Look, okay, zoom in on that. Again, look how fast the thing's. Look at that. Come on, tell me that's not a weather balloon, right? Oh, well, I know it's not. I know for sure it's not. But it's just this thing right here is bugging me right there. That the thing always seems. It almost looks like. You know, if I were an expert examining this picture or this video, I could see what, you know, I could see the justification for saying that, you know, for that suggestion that, you know, for at least suggesting, is that possibly a weather balloon? No. Well, no, I already know from the map recon that there are no airfields that direction due east. Because look, it's starting from a low altitude. You know, starting from a low altitude, the airfields nearest airfields are south. Yeah, see, look how low that thing is. That thing's actually really small. In fact, I know how far out it is because we drove up on it once before already. Because what I was thinking about doing, you know, when I get the map, you know, like I think I already said it. I want to get a map of that area and pinpoint 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers at least. Exactly 90 degrees from where I'm standing, straight line distance to where I see this thing appear every morning. Like this. You know, straight out like that azimuth. That's 90 degrees. You are actually looking 90 degrees right now. Is it playing? Sorry. Yeah, it's facing 90 degrees due east. And then it goes up. See? Look at it. Look how low it is right now. And why don't I see that thing better when it's closer? The thing below it. See right there, that thing. I'm trying to zoom in again here. What in the world, man? Is it screen locked or what? Okay, so I guess my screen's locked. Okay, I'm trying to do this video and I keep running into little issues here. Now the screen is locked. Hang on, that happens sometimes. Okay, I might go ahead and roll with this video anyway. Okay, is it ready to work now? Okay, finally. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's due east, 90 degrees. I just walked out there and did a little bit of a recon, but. Yeah, the only way I'm going to really, the smartest way to do it, to go about it, is get the map. And then pinpoint locations. And then pinpoint locations on the map. Right there. Yeah, get a map, pinpoint locations on the map that are exactly due east. 90 degrees from where I'm standing. And, pinpoint locations 2 to 5 to 10 kilometers out this direction on the map. And I already know there's no airfields. I've already checked the map, but I want to get like a similar map to what I did for the beach. And this time pinpoint exact locations on that exact azimuth. And then go visit some of those locations in a more smart way. where I can maybe get closer to it in the morning. Maybe see if I can find a way to get closer to it. But anyway, that's the thing you see below it. I'm zoomed in on that as hard as I can with this iPhone 16 Pro Max camera, and I don't, okay, there, back up. Here, I'm going to try to zoom in quick here, and I don't see anything attaching it. It just seems, but it does look like it's dangling there, but I don't see anything like attaching it. And this is not all I have on video either. And most of these sphere videos have or it's accompanied with a lot of go fast objects, but not all of them. Okay. All right, try that again. All right, here, now we got it here. All right, see, right now, see at the very beginning of the video, I don't even see that thing. Here, we'll go back again and try to zoom in here as quickly as I can on it, because I don't even see that thing. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm gonna start over again here. Okay, Photos app, and then 11 minutes and 27 seconds. Flip the screen. Right, that thing right there. I'm trying to zoom. I got other videos I could zoom in on too, probably better. Well, I have. I have, and it always looks like that. It kind of fades in and out. I'm zoomed in on that as tight as I can, and there's nothing that you can see with that, connecting it. And see, look at that way it just kind of fades in and out. It looks like it's also spinning with it. But it seems to kind of like fade in and out. And it does that, it fades in and out like that on other videos too, where there's no clouds at all. And I did do a zoomed in screen recording of the video I got on, here, I'll be doing a different video here before I conclude. That was this morning. Here, delete those two items there. Don't need to show that. Here, anything in here I don't want to show, but I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, let me find a different video where a more recent video where the skies were clear, which would have probably been the 16th. This one, Thursday. Thursday was the 16th. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that way. Yeah, that day there was no clouds in the sky at all. Right here. Thursday. Well, wait. Oh, 9. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I spliced it together. So, yeah, the original one right there. Thursday 06:36. Yep.
Whoa, it's close too. Whoa.
Here, see, zoom in on this one. I already did do a zoom in screen recording of this one, so you can watch that video. But if I zoom in on this right here, see right there. Same thing. It fades in away. It kind of fades in and out. And there doesn't appear to be, no matter how I zoom in, as tight as I can, there's nothing connecting. And that's a perfectly clear day right there. There's nothing connecting those two objects that I can zoom in on. No, there's no like line, suspension line or nothing. And I understand maybe with the naked eye, you probably wouldn't be able to, you might not see that. But I'm zoomed in on it with an iPhone 16 Pro Max camera. So I should be able to see it, and it's just not there. So yeah, that's a genuine, yeah, that's a sphere just like all the rest of the things I got on video at nighttime as well, the ones that glow, that are also the same shape, and the ones that I've got videos, close approaching us. Look at the March 12th video I have where it flies right by us. It comes in right by us, within feet of us, right by the pyramid. Look, there was a go fast that went by it, that went by right just then. But I've got several videos where they, close approach videos. So yeah, this is definitely the real thing. But I'm still, trying to be, I'm trying to look at it as objectively as possible, even though it's kind of, well, it's not just, it's a lot more than just stuff like this that I've seen, okay? I'm not going to get into all of it, but anyway. Yeah, there really does not appear to be anything connecting the two objects. You zoom in on that thing. So now it continues to kind of fade in and out. And that's a perfectly clear day. And it's doing the same thing. Where it kind of fades in and out and you can't see any line or anything connecting the two objects. And I am zoomed in on it. That is an iPhone 16 Pro Max video. And I am zoomed in on, oops. Okay. Here, go back to where I was somewhere in here. Yeah, see? And that's a perfectly clear day that day, too. There was a go fast right there. That was a perfectly clear day that day, too, and it's still kind of fading in and out. And you still can't see anything connecting the two objects. And again, on a perfectly clear day. So yeah, that's not a weather balloon or anything. And it's all, and again, it's going against the wind, particularly this morning. I know for sure the wind was going the opposite direction. It was going into the wind this morning. And it still goes up the same way every time. Every day. And balloons don't work that way. The winds don't always push it exactly the same direction every day. I'm not an expert on that, but I mean, that just seems like physics to me. The winds are going to change. Well, for example, this morning, the wind was blowing from west to east. This object is traveling from east to west against the wind. At least it was definitely against the wind this morning. I will start tracking that every morning from now on, which way the wind is going. But again, that's a clear day, and there's the bottom object right there. I've got perfect vision as well, and I don't see anything connecting. There was a go fast. I don't see anything connecting it to the sphere, so yeah. Is there anything there? I'm trying to see. Is there possibly anything there connecting it? I'm trying to zoom in as close as I can. Nothing that I can see. Try to track it here. This is zoomed in on it. This is as close as I can zoom in on it. Trying to see, can anything be visibly seen connecting the two objects? And that's on a clear day, and I can't see anything. Yeah, I do not see anything connecting those two objects. And that, on a perfectly clear day, it still does that same thing, where it kind of fades in and out. Here, go back to the beginning. See, right at the beginning of the video, I still hardly see it. And it's closer right there. And that's when it's the closest. Let me try to start zooming in right now. Here, right at the beginning. No. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it right there. Oh, here, I paused it right at the beginning. This I'm going to try to zoom in on it. Good, okay. Okay, even when it's the closest, right there, you still, here. Darn it. Okay, there, even when it's the closest, right there. You still can't see anything connecting it, and it's still kind of fading in and out. You still barely see the thing. Oh, there was a go fast, I think. Right there, I think. I have to zoom out and check for sure, but right now I'm trying to see this. I don't see anything connecting these two objects. Yeah, I can't see. There's nothing connecting it. And that's right there where it was the closest. And on the clearest day this week. I mean, it does look like it's dangling below it, but again, the thing keeps, even on the clear day, it keeps fading in and out. On the cloudy day, same thing. Doesn't look any different. And you don't see anything connecting the two objects. And again, look at all the other footage. Like, look at that March 12th video I have. There's one on March 15th. Oh, there's so many. I have a lot in March. Also, look at a lot of the footage I got throughout May. Okay, yeah, these are definitely genuine UFOs. But I'm just trying to look at that as close as I can because, you could suggest that might be a weather balloon, the way you see that thing dangling below it. But again, I'm zoomed in on it. I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't think so. Doesn't look like it at all. And again, it's going against the wind in that same spot, same direction every day. So, yeah, don't think that could be a weather balloon. So anyway, that was the video. I've already screen recorded this video before, but particularly from this morning. The video from this morning. Oh, right there. Same thing. And, you can go to any one of my videos on YouTube and zoom in on it like this yourself. You go to all my sphere videos on YouTube, and you can zoom in on them for yourself, and you can see the same thing. That the two objects are not connected by any kind of line or anything. And the bottom object that seems to hang with it just kind of fades in and out. Also, look at the way that thing moves. Look at that. Yeah, I know that's a sphere, just like all the other things I've been getting on video at night, particularly. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. Let me zoom out. Okay, anyway, that's it. That was on my Photos app, on my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Oh, and before I conclude, I took all these screenshots of it as well. Here, should I go through all these? That's supposed to. Here, let's start with the last ones I did, because those were probably the best ones. It says crop on it because I just flipped through it and I just started snapping the pictures directly from the video. You start with like for example this one. Here, this is the here. Right there. Here, trace it down. Right there, see? I don't see anything connecting those two objects. Here. And then that one's also kind of zoomed in as well. And again, I don't see anything connecting the two objects. Right there, that's a good one right here. You see that? Right there. There's nothing between those two objects connecting them. And I can understand you might not be able to see that with your naked eye, but this is not your naked eye. This is a zoomed in picture taken from an iPhone 16 Pro Max. So if there was anything connecting these two objects, you should be able to see that. And I guess I could go back to that October 16th video and take a screenshot like that too. Maybe I will real quick. Here, like there's another good one right there. There's no line or anything connecting the two objects. There's nothing. And there's nothing but sky there. And yeah, so yeah, they're not. Here, should I take another screenshot from the October 16th video? Yeah, this one's from Thursday. Yep, again. Well, here, the original one before I, yeah, right there, 11:13 before I spliced it. Yeah, 0636. Right there. There's a good shot. Good clear shot to zoom in on right there. Oh, beautiful shot to zoom in on right there. That's from the October 16th video where the skies were really clear that day. So here, let me turn it sideways too. Try to zoom in on a little more. There, here. Now, that was a very clear day. That's why the thing was visible for over an hour that day on October 16th when this video here was recorded. And I'm zoomed in on it with an iPhone 16 Pro Max. So if there was anything connecting these two objects, oops, screenshot it, I should be able to see that. I should be able to see that right there, but there's not. That's, basically looking at it, under the magnifying glass, basically. Almost literally. In fact, I need to see if I can actually. Now, yeah, actually, I guess I could go get an actual magnifying glass, but there's nothing there. So anyway, that was still the original video. Yeah, right there. Again, that was Thursday, 0636. So I just clipped a new picture of that. Then right up here. Right here. Okay, so I got two shots here, right? This one. Yeah, there's nothing between those two objects. And I'm zoomed in on it. Again, that's a very high resolution camera. This is an iPhone 16 Pro Max camera. Okay, that's zoomed in. So I can understand that might not be visible to the naked eye, but again, that's better than a pair of binoculars right there. That's not just the naked eye. If there was something connecting those two objects, I should be able to see that. That's better. Again, that's better than a pair of binoculars. Okay, and that's the last shot I took. Right there, yep. Okay. Yeah, I think that pretty much settles it. That's obviously not a balloon. Again, I should be able to see something there. Here, zoom in on that again right there. I should see more than that, right? If that was from a balloon, right? Yeah, I should. Yeah, because that. Again, I took that screenshot when it was still pretty close. Should I take one more just to, before I conclude, just to, here, should I? I don't want to, here. Oh, right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, 11:13. That video right there, 0636. Flip it. Right there. No. I'll try it again. Okay, paused it. And when it's still close, I'm going to mess it up again here. There we go. Okay, got it. Take a screenshot of that. Again, I don't, zoomed in, still don't see anything connecting them. Now, now let's take one more screenshot just as it zooms in the best at the close, where it's closest at when I zoom in with the actual phone. I think I already did that. Okay. Is it zoomed in? That's about 18 seconds into the video. Okay, that's a good clear shot right there on a clear day. October 16th. Here, taking a screenshot of that. And again, I'm zoomed in on that as tight as I can. Let me turn it sideways too. And take another picture. There's nothing connecting those two objects, man. If there were, as well as I'm zoomed in, you should be able to see that. I took another screenshot. Okay, so now let's go examine the screenshots before I conclude here. So again, that's the video. 0636 Thursday. That was the 16th. That was the one I got on a very clear day. So I'm just showing that there's nothing, like, it can't be a balloon, because there's shit here. I know you wouldn't, and again, I know you wouldn't be able to see it with the naked eye probably, but I don't know, maybe you would, but I should be able to see something there zoomed in. There should be something connecting those two objects. There is nothing attached to it, man. There's clearly nothing attached to it. Yeah. I need to stop questioning myself because I already know what I know. I mean, I've had contact even. But when I see stuff like that, I got to look at it, closely. I should have did this a long time ago, but again, look at that. Nothing attached. Nothing attached at all. Nothing attached. That was the last shot right there. Okay. And that was like the best shot I got right there. There's nothing attached, man. Look at that. There's nothing attached to that thing by any kind of line or suspension line or anything. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go and conclude. And again, that's an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Okay. So I should be able to see that if there was something connecting those two objects. So anyway, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I should be, if those two objects were connected by a connecting line or something like you would see on an actual weather balloon, I should have been able to see it on this iPhone 16 Pro Max camera. Okay, that should have shown it. I understand you might not be able to see that with your naked eye, but look at that camera, man. Okay, I mean, I should be able to see that zoomed in. If there was something connected there, you can clearly see that's not. That's a genuine UFO sphere, just like everything else I've been getting on video at nighttime. That's it. Thank you.